So you want to make people love you. Okay.
Disclaimer.
At first, when you try these techniques that I'm about to teach you, it's going to feel a bit awkward and a bit out of character, and you're going to feel that people are onto you. But you need to trust and believe me when I say they have no clue. If you feel like they've caught you out, even though they haven't, they will know that something's off, because they can read it all over your face that you feel as though you've been caught out. Just think about it. When someone's lying and they think they've been caught out, just imagine all the telltale signs that they're going to give off. They're going to have shifty eyes, not making eye contact. They're going to seem quite uncomfortable, nervous. They're even going to start speaking very quickly and stuttering over the words. Then you know they're lying. But when they are completely confident in their lie, honestly, they're very, very believable. And these techniques, even though I know I just compared you to someone who's a liar, like, it's fine, okay? It's completely ethical, I promise. As long as you don't use it for bad reasons, okay? If you start going out there breaking hearts, and then I'm going to delete this video. Okay, no, I'm not. But whatever. Tip number 1. The first secret to making people love you is, what I want you to do is tilt your head slightly to the side. Now, the reason why this is so effective is because when you tilt your head slightly to the side, you expose one of your main arteries. Now, when this artery is severed, you will be bleeding out and you will die within minutes. Fun, right? Now, what this tells the other person is that you're someone who is non-threatening, trustworthy, kind, and honest, which to everyone's gonna like that type of person. So when you're listening to someone, what I want you to do is, during the conversation, just pick whatever side you choose is completely fine, but tilt your head slightly to the side. Now, on top of coming across as sincere and honest and kind, you also look more attractive. This is the exact same reason why you'll see male models in photo shoots or posters, especially for Calvin Klein, they'll tilt their head slightly to the side. This makes their face look more angled and also shows off their jawline. So there's that as well. And when you combine this with the warm eyes technique that I showed in one of my videos, the 4 tips to be charismatic, bro, I shouldn't be giving these tips out for free. Now, this second tip is gonna sound at first something that you hear all the time, which is, to listen, we can make people feel special, and Alright, cool. That's great and all. I do recommend always listen to people, but I feel like there's a lot being left on the table when people give this advice. Now, what I'm gonna tell you to do on top of listening is gonna create relatability and add perceived value to the person you're talking to. When you find that someone you're talking to is clearly very passionate about what they're speaking of, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna just say the sentence, you know what, I've always wanted to start doing blank, but I just have no idea where to get started. Now, what this does is, firstly, it shows that you guys have common interests, and on top of that, you have now allowed them to make themselves feel valuable by giving you advice on how to get started. Look, people love it when you make them feel special by listening to them, but people love it 10 times more when you make them feel valuable, because in social hierarchy terms, the most valuable people are at the very top. So when you make them feel valuable and they feel valuable around you, they're gonna love being around you and they're gonna love you. Now, personally, I remember doing this when a girl was telling me how much she loves fencing, and I'll be honest, like, I did not care about fencing at all, but I used this line and you know what, it worked. Now, I would advise you to not lie about what you're saying you're passionate about, just because when you say that, guess what, they're gonna keep on wanting to talk to you about that one topic. Now, it's gonna be obvious in the long run that you actually have no interest in this topic. But also, if you wanna finish this off, like put a little cherry on top, little bit of salt on this technique, just say this: I'm so glad that I met you today. Honestly, I feel like you were the push that I needed to get started. And it's very important that you say the word you, right? You want to make them feel like the answer, like they're very, very special. Then I'll follow up with something like, what's your number, or what's your Instagram, and boom, you got the digits, you got the socials, and I'm not gonna lie, you're eating straight up. Now, tip number 3 is actually something that's very, very quick. Unlike the other techniques where you kind of implement them throughout the entire conversation, this is something that you can do pretty much in any situation, guaranteed, and you can do it very, very quickly. So what you want to do is you want to build empathy in one sentence. The sentence is as simple as this: you look like you're having a good day, or you look like you're having a bad day. Now, this is very effective when it's like a group setting or there's a lot of people, and some can very easily just go unnoticed. Because when you say the sentence, people feel like you've read them and you actually understand them. If someone is clearly smiling, they're having a good time, then you'll be like, hey bro, you seem like you're having a good day. What's up? What's the good news? And then they'll probably follow up with something like, no, it's nothing. If there is no good news and they're just having a good time, then just say, you know what, I love the energy. I love your energy, something like that. You know, just give like words of confirmation and make them feel good. Now, if someone's having a bad day and then you say, you look like you're having a bad day, what's up, is everything good? I want you to, you want to be a bit more sensitive when it comes to the follow-up. There can be one of three options that will happen. They can either tell you what's up, and then what I want you to do is make sure you don't try to solve the problem that they're telling you about straight away. What I want you to do is listen more than anything else, because when someone is clearly having a bad day over something and they tell you it, the last thing that they want you to do is kind of invalidate the emotions that they're going through. Because when you try to solve the problem straight away, it's kind of like you're telling me that I'm being silly for being sad, essentially, which I know is not your intention. You just want to help them, but some people, when they're going through bad days, they can be a bit more sensitive and they can interpret things a bit differently. The second option is that they can look at you and just be like, oh no, it's fine. Now, if they make eye contact with you and they say, especially if you can read like a warmer energy coming from them and they say everything's okay, there probably is something bugging them, and they do appreciate you asking them. And in fact, get ready throughout the day. They might even come up to you and tell you what's up. Now, the third option is they might completely not even make eye contact with you and just say, no, everything's okay. In this case, just back off, say like, oh, okay, I'm glad to hear it. And just don't mention it again, because they either not ready to talk about it, or maybe they just don't want to talk about it with you. You know, when it might just be the fact that they're just not that close with you, which is, completely fine. A bonus tip to this is, if you guys it's very important that I stress, if you guys are on touching terms and you guys are, cool with hugging and whatnot, it does add a lot if you do touch them. Like if you put your hand on the back and you say, oh, it looks like you're having a good day, or it looks like, hey, what's up? You looks like you're having a bad day. Then it can definitely add a lot in terms of empathy and making you feel more empathetic. So that definitely goes a long way. But at the same time, look, if you guys are not on touching terms and they're having a bad day, just trust me, it's not a good time to try to build that side of your relationship where you're cool with touching. But yeah, guys, that is the 3 secrets to making people love you. And I'm telling you right now, these 3 things are both so easy and so effective in my personal life. But I want to stress, please don't do this to try and manipulate people and break their hearts or anything like that. Definitely just do this to build relationships and build rapport. Okay, I'm trusting you guys. So look, if you want more tips like this, then subscribe down below, hit the notification button. Definitely please do leave a like on this video if it helped you. And in the top left or one of these corners, there's gonna be a link to one of my videos, 4 tips to be charismatic. And if you feel that this video is helpful, then that video is also a really good video to pair the techniques together. But look, that's all I have to say today. So until the next video, peace.